Hello, dear investors. Project with you, Guru.Markets. We start with general information about the company. Let's look at each indicator in more detail a little further. If you want, you can pause the video. You can consider each indicator of the corporation in question scrupulously. Now let's look at the main indicators of the company eBay Inc., ticker EBAY. The review was based on the data at the time, March 28, 2025. By classification, Guru.Markets company eBay Inc. belongs to the subcategory. Delivery: 56 organizations take part in the assessment. This is very representative. We'll look at the order table at the end of this video. The overall result for the company in question is 1.5 out of 10 points. The average score for the subcategory is 1.5 points. If you look broadly, within the stock market in the aggregate, note that the average score for the entire US stock market as a whole is 1.9 points. Against a score of 1.5 points for eBay Inc. Comparing the movement of the company's stock price eBay Inc. and subcategory companies, we will see that in 12 months the shares eBay Inc. showed a change of 30.4%. Against price changes in the subcategory, 25.5%. This clearly does not indicate anything, but you need to take this fact into account. Market capitalization of the company eBay Inc. is $31.14 billion. Market capitalization of the subcategory is $3,091 billion. eBay Inc. has a share of 1.007% and is one of the small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is estimated at $5.13 billion. With a balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory of $548 billion. eBay Inc. accounts for a share of 0.936%. By comparing the occupied shares of market and balance sheet capitalization, we can see the following. Occupied share eBay Inc. in a subcategory when assessing market value is 1.007%. The book value is 0.936%. This is 7% less than the share of market capitalization. Assessment of the company's share of market and balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory, bad, -1 point. The analyzed organization's financial liabilities amount to $7.806 billion. Debt to book value represents 152.2% of the company's equity. Result on the company's debt obligations, bad, -1 point. The company's market price to earnings ratio is 15.8. With an average of 30 in the subcategory, this is 47% lower than the average in the subcategory. Assessment of stock price to earnings indicators in comparison with companies in the subcategory, good, 1 point. Profit for the last 12 months was $1,975 million. Projected earnings for the next 12 months are expected to be $2,488 million. 26% more than currently. Assessment of expected future profit indicators in comparison with in the subcategory, good, 0.5 points. Company price to revenue ratio 3. The subcategory average is 2.6 and is 15% higher than the subcategory average. Assessment of the stock exchange value to its revenue in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory, tolerable, 0 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $10,340 million. Forward revenue for the next 12 months is tentatively expected to be $13,020 million, 26% more than currently. Assessment of expected future sales indicators in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory, good, 0.5 points. The margin is 19.1%, with an average in the subcategory of 8.8%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 10.3%. Assessment of sales profitability in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, good, 0.5 points. The company's share by number of employees in the subcategory is 0.42%, which is 140% less than the market capitalization share. This fact shows the discrepancy between the market value of the company eBay Inc., most likely towards revaluation. The amount of capital for each employee of the company is equal to $2,707,000, whereas for the subcategory, $1,129,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 139.8%. Estimation of the amount of capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, tolerable, 0 points. The amount of profit per individual employee is $171,700. Average for the subcategory, $37,600. And the difference between the average in the subcategory and the company's indicators is 357%. Assessment of profit per employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory, good, 0.5 points. The company's sales volume for each employee is $899,000. By subcategory, $426,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 111%. Assessment of revenue per individual employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory, good, 0.5 points. The volume of sales transactions is 5%, with an average for the subcategory of 1.4%. This is an assessment of a possible short squeeze. Technical indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 51% for the company eBay Inc. For the subcategory, the RSI level, 14, is approximately 48%. Technically, subcategory securities are valued approximately the same as company shares eBay Inc. The actual price of the company's shares is approximately $66.80. The consensus price estimate for the company's shares is approximately $65.63. The dynamics of the current estimate and consensus forecast are approximately -2%. Let's go to the order table. It is available to you. A link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all decisions publicly made this season by the stock valuation reference System.GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and open. Link in pinned comment. As a result of stock analysis eBay Inc. Information assessment System.GURU.Markets, the following decision was made. Do not open an order, as this video is a review. Thank you all very much for watching to the end and for using the information and reference System.GURU.Markets. You really are the coolest audience.